All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 18, Gator.
It's 59. Mike to 59. It's our time.
Rock it.
It's a safety creep. Kill. Out.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Tight dog.
Yo, go. Hey, Alpha.
Pick the edge. Go.
Look at me. Door.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Pick it up. Check 37. Check 50. Check 50.
Go.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now on 2nd and 16. Locke. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Go.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Target.
Ready.
To throw it is Locke. And it's complete to Kelsey. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Let's go.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Greystone, travel.
Alert 3. You got tight right there.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Hey, switch gears.
Hey, lock it.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. Hey, Haywood.
No. Off. Shit.
X3. 218, chopper. Hey, high 7.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the screen. Pass. Undercrush.
Now.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Get it.
On play action, Locke. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Hey, Delta.
Locke taking the snap at 1. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Check, 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 crunch, crunch, crunch. Watch twist, watch the twist. Check 99, check 99.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Let's go.
On second and inches, Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 17 yards out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Harris. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Looking to throw. Harris. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First down, Saints.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Harris now. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, every day, any day.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here we go. Set. And read. Here we go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. One twist.
Now it's Hines. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Here we go, D.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He's checking. Crash.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 39, Locke. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game.
Check, 59. Watch the run. Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get him home.
Ready?
From midfield, here's Locke. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go, man.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
You don't want it. Rush down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Lock now, 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Say. Shift. Watch the shift.
Go.
Play 56.
Get it.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run again with Hines. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Murray. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Hey, Haywood! Leo.
Check three. Watch that.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the ready.
51. Yeah.
Hey, high 7.
51's the mark, boy. 51. No chance.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready.
Check. 59. Quit talking about it and bring it.
On first down, Lock. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hard.
Switch. Check nickel.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike 51. Watch twist.
Hey.
Twist. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Here we go. Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey.
Look, squeeze. Five.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. A check of the scoreboard there in the third in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Charlie. Hey, Sam off.
Joker. Switch.
Here's Locke to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
56, right there, 56. Hey, I'm coming. March 56. March 56. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Harris, operating from the gun. That's complete to Sterling. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Harris. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19, and it moves the chains. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score, and it's the Ravens that have just added to their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Hines looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
At the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Harris under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jayon Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Check 26. Mike 5'9". Hey.
Now Harris. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches approaches the 27. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Let's go. 8, read.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Shit. Kill.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch twins. Jack.
61, Matchbox lights. Snap.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's Hines. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. Gets around him, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. 6 guys.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Harris. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Ito Smith, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Down to 18, Gator.
Hey, tight down.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Hey!
Mike 5'9". It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a good.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Check, 59.
Yep.
Mike, check, 59. Watch the curl. Check 52.
Now Locke. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56. Come on, D. 56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check, 56. Right.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Out. Tight yard.
Ready?
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rock it.
Check 37. Check 37. Check 50. Check 50.
Be driven.
They run it again with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Set. 60 or.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Sanders' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Get ready.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.